Okay, so I just noticed something. The leaves here are starting to manifest these brown bits and brown edges right here. After only being out in the sun for 2 days, and as you can see, despite being in the shade for so long, they're still rather droopy, and all kinds of weird things are happening here. I checked under the leaves and there were no caterpillar grubs this time, and I'm thinking maybe this particular species of cucumber prefers more shade. Either that or I'm not letting it get enough water anymore, or it's actually outgrowing the container. Although when I had this stuff in the garden, they were doing a lot worse in the larger soil. So maybe it's just a case of outdoors is not the ideal area for these plants. I'm gonna bring her back in and see how well they do. I have to add water 3 times a day now, and I had checked earlier before I started the recording. The soil under here is extremely dry. It seems that adding the rocks made no real difference in the rate at which it dehydrates. So I'll probably just take them back off and forget about that for a while. Yeah, the experiment continues. Oh, I added the green solution. You'll see that in the pictures to the hydroponic setup. Nothing really much changed because that was about 5 minutes ago. So we'll see what that was, a quarter teaspoon, probably a little less than that. I used a half teaspoon and there was just a bit of it in the bottom, and it turned the container I pre-mixed it in. It was about that 4 ounce container, no, 32 ounce, yeah, I think that was it. Let me go get it. Where is it? Here we are. Yeah, what's that say? 4 FL ounce, 32 FLDR, I don't know, something. Anyway, so I filled that up, pre-mixed it in there. Yeah, and this is the spoon. I just had a little bit of it at the bottom of this spoon. So that would probably, since that's a half teaspoon, it would probably be like a quarter to an eighth that I had in there, probably more like an eighth. Turned a very definite color green, and we threw that in the solution. Yeah. So, yes. We'll see what happens here. I was noticing this interesting thing here. The outer part of this leaf is turning green. Usually what would happen is the yellow would appear between the veins early on, like how this was doing, and then spread outward, or it would yellow from the edges. This is doing something that I guess you could say maybe that's the reverse, so maybe it's actually greening back up, I don't know. This one does not appear to have yellowed at all. This one has a tiny tinge there on the tip, and the growth seems to be starting back again. The water level is that's not a good example. Let me look at it from under here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So basically the water is just touching the bottom of the pots. Just. So the bubbles are what's really pushing into the roots there. The only root system that's hanging into the water at the moment is this guy. And he still looks the same as the last video. Alright. So yeah.